Hype, hype. Come with me tonight. Get to see, I wanna be with you. Hype, hype. Come with me tonight.
Hello everyone, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. West Ham United 0, Liverpool 5. Speechless is really, I've got nothing really to say other than this is always going to happen. It was always going to happen. The fans, I feel sorry for the fans. So I'm having rows with fans. I'm going to be straight. Yeah. Some people did ask for this. They asked for change. Anyone but Moyes. That is what they said. Yeah. So them cunts have got to hold it on this one. Yeah. And you've got to suffer it like the rest of us. Anyone but Moyes was told. Yeah. Anyone. Right. I feel sorry for all the fans that wasn't in the mill. Do you know what I mean? And basically was like, whatever happens, happens. We can accept it as fans. But on this one, there's only one man who is the problem at our club. I don't know how many more times I've got to say it. I don't know how many more times I've got to fucking spell it out to you. Right? I said it for a whole year. January, the beginning part of January, this year, I turned around and I said, yeah, you can get rid of Moyes, but I don't trust David Sullivan. Do you trust David Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen, tonight? Yeah? Because I don't. It's Sullivan. Yeah? We need, yeah, to get to the root of the fucking cancer. The cancer at our club is the owner of the club. The man who sits there and accepts shit. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't blame no fans for wanting change. Yeah? But don't keep moaning when you're getting served up this and anyone's better. Because that's where like you're a fucking hypocrite. Then, do you know what I'm saying? For me, right, we've got to accept this. And it's hard to accept. Do you know what I'm saying? It really is hard to accept. 3 European campaigns in 4 years, a semi-final, a quarter-final, a final. I'm not being funny. And we've gone from that to being a fucking team that gets their ass fucking slapped every other week. Not good enough. Not good enough. I'm going to be honest. The other day when people were going, oh, I'm not happy about the performance and this and that. That's why I said to people, I am not going to sit there and go berserk over a win. Because I'm not being funny. That's just not normal. That's mental illness. Yeah? If you're going mad over a win, right? Go mad over this tonight. By all means. Fucking let loose on this one tonight. But I'm not going to sit there and go mad over a fucking performance the other day. Tonight, outclassed by a world-class team. They're a world-class team with world-class players, and we are a shit team with shit players, a shit head coach, and a shit ownership. And it's as simple as that. I'm going to make it short and sweet because I've got loads of people that want to come on tonight. Yeah? At the end of the day, right, people can call out for the old manager, and I'm all for that. But will you get your head out of your ass and realize there's only one problem at this club? One. Yeah, and it always has been one problem at this club, and that is David Sullivan, the man who owns the club, the man who has been fucking blagging it for years. Do you know what I mean? This man's been here, 14 years? The training ground's still the same. The fucking ground that we own is not even ours, right? And he gives us a fucking mediocre manager. And listen, whatever you think on David Moyes, yeah, whether you fucking despise him, yeah, there are people calling him saying he was the cancer of the club and things like that. There's only one cancer of the club, and that is David Sullivan. Yeah, we have to look at him massively now. Where are the banners? I'm gonna say it like with my hand on my heart. Where are these banners? Last year, the banners couldn't come out quick enough for a manager that fucking got us into Europe, won us a trophy and everything. Where's the banners for the fucking owner? Because the owner is the one who's doing this to all of us. But no, we'll sit back. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's Lopetegui. Lopetegui's shouldn't be here. We all know it. Do you know what I'm saying? But people go, anyone's better. Please, for the love of God, yeah? And in 2025, please, right? Look at it from afar. Don't look at it, what's in front of your eyes. Look beyond that. Because you will see it for what it is. And David Sullivan is fucking laughing at us. All his customers today walked out at half time. I see a photo. Shout out to Toby Cole. on X, who I know through the greyhound scene. Yeah, absolute gentleman he is, right? He owns a few greyhounds. I see something now. Honestly, please, I'm not talking to you like your mugs. I'm not. I'm talking to you from someone who does not go to the ground because of the owner. And I haven't set foot in that ground for nearly 9 years. And it breaks my heart every single day. Right? I'm telling you that he is the problem. Right? We should have had a better manager in at the club. Come on. Yeah? But we get served that. Stevie Wonder can see that there's something wrong here. And that cunt's blind. Do you know what I'm saying? Lucas, how are you? I don't know what to say, mate. Honestly, if I really go, I'm gonna be emotional. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But go ahead, mate.
Mate, you first off, I hope everyone's well after that absolute shit show, which would be polite to call that. Yeah. But mate, you took the words right out of my mouth what I was gonna say when I come on, and I just tweeted about 15, 20 minutes ago, can't remember. But it's just, I'm very curious, and I really would like to know what would happen if everyone that hated Moyes put that same Moyes out energy into trying to get this owner out the club. And people will say, oh, we're not allowed banners and we're not allowed signs and blah, blah, blah. If you really tried hard enough, people get all types of shit in that place. I've seen it with my own eyes, right? If you try, you will succeed. So that's just an excuse to me. So if people really do care as much as they say, I want to see that same energy. And I genuinely believe if you put that same energy into trying to get this toxic, heinous, disgusting owner out, I actually think there's a slight chance. Is it hard?
Ask yourself this, Lucas. Just ask yourself this question. Sorry to interrupt you, mate. Yeah, I love you. Right? Ask yourself this question. Why don't they do it? Why? It's okay last year, and I see what Richard says there. He's still talking about Moyes. Because Moyes has been the best fucking Premier League manager that we've had in this fucking decade. That's the reason why. And now we get served with a fucking Spanish butler who's been employed by a Russian-wearing cunt. That's the reason why I get the ump.
The only simple answer to that is people don't care enough.
They should fucking care.
No, they should. But that's to answer your question. Why don't they do it? They don't care. They don't care enough. Two, it's just excuses in my eyes. I mean, again, like I just said, you can get a whole bunch of bullshit into the ground if you really want. We've literally seen people sniffing gear off slap heads in the ground. You know what I mean? Like, if you really try, you can get anything in. But
I'm not being funny.
What I said is what I said, and I mean that. But I'm gonna move on from that, and that's truth in my eyes. But today, I mean, what can you say? I mean, a lot of people saw this coming, but again, we just got slapped up 5-0, and Liverpool weren't even that great today. They weren't even that great in my eyes, but it just shows the levels of class and who they have on the pitch compared to us, and the coaching as well. I mean, Lopetegui, he doesn't have a clue. In my opinion, this is on everyone. This is on the owner. This is on Tim. This is on Lopetegui. Lopetegui's clueless. Tim is clueless on his signings, and he apparently doesn't want to give or get players that match what the head coach wants to do. And then Sullivan, he's a disgrace. And
the problem is,
and again, I'm not going to have a meltdown either, like you, because if I ramble on and on, we could do the same thing. We're going to get emotional, but it's an overall collapse. It's an overall failure, and David Sullivan is at the very top of that. And I want to see the same Moyes out energy that was put in with the banners and on social media and all that towards him, but people will not do it.
The thing is, I'm just going to say this because I've got a load of people who want to come on. Yeah, at the end of the day, right? If you want change, you've got to get this owner out, right? And I'm going to say it calmly.
We got change as well. We got change.
Listen, right? You've got to put the pressure on the owner, right? And I'm not even going to lose me rag on this one. I'm going to try and talk to people on a level playing field, yeah? Right? Because people think I'm some sort of cunt. But I was the one saying it for the last year that please be careful on this one, because Sullivan will pick the manager, yeah? People thought Tim Steiden, the fucking German scarf-wearing cunt, was going to do it. That ain't going to happen because he's just a fucking employee, right? And when will people learn that he's an employee that works for Sullivan? Fucking hell. It's just shit. Honestly, it really is. Right, I'm going to shut the fuck up, but I'm going to let these people come on, right? Let's get him on. So, Daddy, go ahead, mate. Take it away.
The first thing I'd like to say is this club is a Ponzi scheme. An absolute disgrace of a club. It is a Ponzi scheme.
I like that.
Firstly, let me start with the owner. Screw you. You are a bum. One of the worst owners in the league. Can't stand him.
Yeah.
Let's go to our manager. I'm tired with him. Like, it's not even his fault anymore. It's not his fault anymore. And thirdly, let's talk about this technical director. Hiring him was one of the worst things this club ever done. Hiring this bum technical director. We're gonna sell Mohamed Kudus for 85 million. We're gonna give him the money so he can spunk it on more trash. He should be sacked tonight. Not another penny spent with him. Don't want to spend in January if he's going to be picking the players. Rather just keep the money when he goes.
I agree.
Mavropanos, one of the worst center backs ever. His first signing. Edson Alvarez, bum. Soler, another bum. Half these Todibo, better than Mavropanos, but mid. This guy is terrible. Sack him, sack his brother, and sack his other friend. They should all be gone tonight.
I just want to say this to Daddy, because I'm going to go around the house because I want to get as many people on as possible. Because I'm going to be honest, people need to start waking up and realising that Sullivan runs the show at West Ham. Sullivan picks the managers. Sullivan picks the players. And no Tim Steidden or fucking any sort of data analysis geezer is going to do it. He just simply isn't going to do it. I'll come to you, Tone. Welcome. What do you want to say, mate? I see you do a watch along a minute ago.
Yeah, and I'm still got the battle scars for it as well. But
Yeah.
you know, man. I mean,
Hopefully, no PTSD, mate.
afterwards, Lucas. Afterwards, I think look, we saw 20 minutes of us in the first half give it a go, and it was just downhill from that point onwards. And it was sad to see in certain areas. I mean, I say on the watch along, 3 of the goals that we conceded were our mistakes. Pinging off of, like, when you think, there's one where it pinged off of Mavropanos to Kufel and scored a goal. You got the last one there, pinged off of it was an own goal by Kilman. That just summed up the way the game went on. And then the best part about it was the one player we've sent, I think we spoke about this before, James.
Yeah.
You spend £25 million on, and it's like, you can see Lopetegui think, well, shits and giggles. Gilherme, on you come, son. We give you a go. 10 minutes ago. Just fuck it, just give it a go.
In my opinion.
That's you can see the kids' faces, like, and even Somerville, both look disjointed. It's like, you bring me onto this shower shit, and you expect me to go and do something. I mean, Somerville, at least he tried to run at plays, he tried to go. We know he's lightweight, but yeah, I mean, look, it was shocking, absolutely shocking.
Can I add to something he said? This manager is a clown. You're going to play Emerson at left wing. You should be sacked for that alone. Playing him left wing. He looked clueless on the left wing. We spent 25 mil on Somerville. We spent 25 mil on Guilherme, and you're playing a left back at left wing. This guy is clueless.
Mate, we didn't even get to halftime when after a decent first half that Kudus had. He throws him back out on the left. I thought that is a sackable offense.
Yeah,
alone in itself.
Let's hear what Kane's got to say. Go ahead, Kane. Go on, mate.
Evening, guys. I'll be honest. I've come on it to say nothing. Like, what do you really say after that? There's nothing to say. It's just like, basically, there's nothing to say because there's nothing in midfield. And that's it. That's West Ham United. Just come through the midfield. Pack your bags, unleash whatever, and just, have a picnic if you want there, because we ain't going to do nothing there. It's an absolute joke.
Mate, if I honestly could just attach a meme, video, or GIF to our midfield, even at full strength, it's literally that security guard patting people down without touching them. Just that's literally our midfield, and even the quality alone, it's absolutely fucking shocking. These people that are saying we need to spend £25 million or whatever on Carlos Soler. where's the standard at this club? Where is the standard? And don't get me wrong, Carlos Soler, he had that 2-3 match purple patch. I get it. But these people that consider that form are out of their fucking minds. Like, I don't know. The standard has dropped completely over the last however months it's been. The standard's completely gone. We consider 2 or 3 okay matches as form or turning the corner. There's something wrong here. It's completely obvious, and I just don't understand where people are not getting it.
We're fucked.
Lucas,
We're fucked. Like, I'm going to say that. I was going to say this. We are fucked now, because what it is, we've been through to Europe and every other place. Yeah. Now
you think not?
Yeah, you'd think fucking we'll just come up, and even a team like Ipswich, yeah, who played Liverpool at the start of the season, right, putting a better performance in defeat, that today is fucking laughable. It's just laughable. And the problem is, I'm tired, yeah, of just keep saying the same thing over and over again. Like repeat, fucking circle, repeat again. Like, I'm not being funny or nothing, right? You could go and get rid of Lopetegui, but you're still going to go and get another mediocre manager with the owner in charge. The problem is the owner, right? And it always has been, always will be. And the problem is, Moyes hasn't done anything he ever done at any other club. And he done it under fucking Sullivan's reign. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem that we got.
The worst part about it, James, is when they put the camera on Sullivan, and like, you know, someone said that he woke up and he's having a little moan and groan, and it's like, well, you employed this geezer. You're doing all this business with your hands. That's doing nothing.
James, there was
you took him on.
There was a guy earlier talking crap about Moyes. If you still think David Moyes was a problem, you're an idiot. You're an idiot if you
tell you what, if they think fucking Moyes is a problem, this is a big problem that we got now. Because don't people realise if the further we drop down, all our good players go. All our good players don't want to be here no more.
James, we'd be relegated without Bowen and Kudus. We'd be 20th. We'd be last place without those 2 players. That's how bad we are.
I agree. So, Daddy, any final words from you before I let you go, mate? I've got to get CJ on.
Get this club is a Ponzi scheme. Get them all gone.
Yeah, I completely agree with the man.
Thanks, Luke.
100%. Let's get this man on. CJ, take it away, mate.
Yeah, evening, lads.
Evening.
That was abysmal. I think the main thing I saw on that, I think a lot of other times when we see games where like half the team are just putting in no effort, it just feels like it's now resembling what the fan base is. It's like no one really cares. There's just a lack of effort on the field. I mean, Kudus did not have a great game, but it looked like he had a 10 out of 10 game because everyone else was so poor. Like no one else was putting effort. All he was doing was his role. He was literally just running with the ball and kicked it at the net a few times. And it's now like this is kind of like the shining light of the squad. But I feel like it's just emphasizing the fans. Like no one has a connection at the moment. I think everyone's kind of just, we have this lackluster feeling, especially after everything that we all went through with Moyes. And now it's like the team, you know, the fan base is disconnected from the squad. You know, the squad's disconnected from the manager. The manager is disconnected from West Ham. He's not a West Ham manager at all. And it's just that it's like it's all coming together. It's just this disconnection. We're just another team in the Prem anymore. We're not playing the West Ham way. We're not West Ham.
Purgatory.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I feel like the fans, the squad, there's been so much more energy when, you know, back when we was, you know, 15th, 14th consistently, and we was just, you know, the shit West Ham in the Prem, just playing football and enjoying it. There's just nothing like that anymore. We're not enjoying anything. There's no effort from the, you know, even the fans anymore because we can't be bothered. There's no effort from the team. The team clearly don't care much about the manager. I mean, Paqueta ran over, you know, a couple of weeks ago to the manager. I mean, that doesn't really mean anything to me. Like that's really it. I just don't think anyone really cares. You know, the fans don't care right now because if we care, we just get pissed off. We have an awful week. Manager doesn't care. Team doesn't care. It's just kind of pathetic, to be honest. It's quite sad, to be honest. I think it's not just the results. You know, I'm not bothered about the results. I'm happy. I know, you know, if we played what we was playing under Moyes when we all cared about the club at that point a couple of years ago, and we came to Liverpool, lost 3-0. We'd go, look, okay, it's fine, we hate Moyes, but we'd have actually some more passion about it. We hate Moyes, we shouldn't be playing this way. It's like now we come onto these, we come into these talks and these live streams, and no one's got energy to say anything. It's just, we're kind of just done. We don't really care. And that's kind of the sad thing for me. I don't think it is the results. I mean, how many years of football? I mean, we've only had a good few years under the football of some European football. For the past 20, 30 years, we've not been a good side, but it's not CJ, felt like this.
I can accept a plan. Yeah, I can accept a style and a plan and all that. But this was never a plan from the start. And people were so adamant on getting rid of the old manager, but not seeing what was going to be served up in front of them by the current owner. And that's where my argument is. And that's where my argument was stuck for a long time this year, right? When it's okay when you change, right? You can change your job, change your fucking missus, change whatever you want to change in life. Yeah, you can do whatever you fucking
Ideas
want.
Are great.
Yeah, right? But you've got to have a plan on how you're going around that. Do you know what I mean? And a 2-year plan with Julian Lopetegui is not a plan. That's a gamble. They've gambled there.
And that's the thing. There, just like I said in the preview, there's a difference between being brave and stupid, and there's also a big difference between an idea and a plan.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, I completely agree. Kane, anything you want to add on, mate?
I just want to say, Mo Salah, most dangerous player in the league this season. Probably had quite an off night, to be honest with you. I mean, if he was on it, they could have won quite a few more. But that guy was constantly free. Always free, had the freedom of the box. Never. That was an absolute joke. What was that? How can you have a player like that? Especially when you put 2 fucking right backs, left backs, whatever, 2 full backs even on that side. And he's free the whole time. If he was on it tonight, we could have lost. We could have broken the 9-0 record.
I can't remember if it was the second or third goal, but when he dummied when he was offside and he dummied whatever pass that came to him, absolutely brilliant. I just threw my hands up and just said fair play.
I'll tell you what comment. Shout out to Keith. That comment there, it absolutely says it all. Do you know what I mean? And I agree. I just just deflating.
And I agree with what CJ said. Like being West Ham, right? Like I don't give a fuck about the results. That has changed a little bit over the years because of what we've seen, and we would think the standard would rise a little bit, right? But we don't support West Ham for that. But what he said, we're literally missing any kind of heart, passion, desire, fight. There's fucking none of that. And you can at least hang your hat on shit like that, especially being West Ham. That's what we're used to, right? But we ain't got fuck all. We got nothing about us. Nothing. Like we are your typical. We look like your typical guy walking in the city. Someone like budges a shoulder into us on accident. We just like flop down like little pussies.
Yeah.
Like we are so vulnerable, so weak, no passion, no desire, nothing about us. And that to me is what hurts the most, if I'm being honest.
Let's be honest.
I think it's about this. Sorry, go on, Joe.
I just want to say this time quick, yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah, because there's 3 worse teams than us, we would be in a relegation fucking scrap, yeah? And somehow we've clawed our way out of it. Go on, Tone.
I'll just reiterate what Lucas was saying. Because when you look at I think it's the 75th minute?
Yeah.
When we had no shape, no discipline. There's players just running all over the park. You expect that from youngsters, not pro players. We just look shocking. We just allowed, and to be fair, Lucas was right. I mean, Liverpool at that stage, someone said it in the watch along, and basically it was literally there was a training session from that stage. They were just passing the ball around, they was enjoying themselves,
and that's why they're going to be champions because 4-0 up. Yeah. They wanted to thrash us 10-0. That's the difference.
Yeah, absolutely agree on that.
The thing is, how many times this happened this year? Arsenal, Chelsea, like City, right? I know they're all big. Even Tottenham are fucking shit at the minute, right? And they obliterated us in that second half. Right? We have been piped too many times this year. And we've spent nearly over £100 million on our defence. And we're worse. But this is worse, really, because what worries me is we're trying to do a style that we're not used to. And the problem is with that is that we're going to lose a lot more games than we win. And if that carries on, we're going to concede a lot more than we score. So it's just, it's baffling. CJ, before I let you go, mate, anything you want to add?
Yeah, no, I think just kind of going on that point. I think with the team as well, when we speak about the quality and the money that we've spent, I think one thing that really sticks out to me is I think, we always go on about how, how much quality we have and, how bad we're playing for that quality. But I think it is just a lack of every player that we bring in not really caring for the shirt. I mean, like, give me Craig Dawson back. Yep. Take Carlton Cole off of low manager, put him up front. He'll probably do some more stuff for us. He'll probably give us that passion. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I just feel like we have all of this quality, but unless we get, and it's going to be hard to find, but unless we get a manager that's going to bring up not just the fan morale, but also the team morale and actually make them want to play for West Ham, understand what it means to play for West Ham, then it's fine. There's so many clubs in the Prem this year that if you just look at their squad on paper compared to ours, they are awful. They're awful, but they just play. They just, they have something. They have a little bit of fight about them. And it's just, we don't have that at all. And I think, that's what we're missing. And we need a manager that's, knows a little bit about what it means to get the fans on board for one, because we haven't been on board for a long time. And then also get the players that, are from all these exotic countries and actually make them understand what it's like to play for West Ham.
Well, CJ, on that note, you got to think of it. You look at the other alternative, or the other kind of look at the other side of the fence. Look at Forest. Yeah, first season Nuno came in.
Yeah,
wasn't great at all. This season he bought players just like we did, but look what he's done with them. He's got a tune out of them boys, and they're sitting second at the moment. That's the difference between their manager and our manager. Exactly. I mean, look at today. He got to near the end of the game. He's sitting by the side of the pitch with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, but do you know what, though, Tone? Just want to say this before I let CJ go. I don't blame Lopetegui. I blame the owner. Because he shouldn't be here in the first place. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but it's all going to go on Lopetegui, though, James. That's the problem.
100%. Yeah, listen, and rightfully so. Yeah, 100%. It should go on Lopetegui, but I don't blame Lopetegui to a point. I blame the owner for fucking employing him in the first place because he shouldn't have been here. Do you know what I mean? But CJ, I'm gonna let you go, mate. Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
That has been CJ. Kane, anything else you want to add on to, mate? Before I let you go.
Not much. I just want to say fair play to the people who wanted us to trigger £28 million for Carlos Soler. The club should definitely keep listening to people like you.
yeah, I agree, mate.
Couldn't agree more.
Right, I'll let him go. Yeah, listen. At the end of the day, I just want to say talk about a bit about Liverpool because I thought they was fucking good, like extremely good. Yeah, they're a very good side, and they are going to probably win the league this year. I can't see them dropping.
They're brilliant, and again, it says a lot when. Just my opinion, I didn't even think they were that good today. Like in my opinion, that was a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10 Liverpool, and they were still just doing whatever they wanted. That's nowhere near their best, in my opinion. But again, what CJ was talking about, like what Slot has done in his first season is very good, even if it's not his squad technically, right? He's been able. It's in my opinion. I think it's harder to keep a nucleus and a core together. I think it's far too easy for it to break, especially with a new manager coming in. So, and I've said it from the jump, this Liverpool side just looked completely different, so much more professional. Like they will 2-0, 3-0 you off the park any week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And this, do you know what? It's just so hard to accept. Like, I remember years ago when we used to give these teams a game. And really give them a game and go, you know what? And it'd be just typical West Ham to go and give Liverpool a game and then lose against another side. Like, do you know what I mean? Like Crystal Palace or someone like that. That was the West Ham way. At present, I'm a bit worried about where we're going as a club, as an overall club, to a point. I look at our fan base. Our fan base is getting sick and tired of going to the LS. And like the stuff I'm hearing, people are getting tired of that. So if you take out the hardcore, you put fucking football fans in there. So instead of supporters, you've got a problem because they ain't going to feel the passion of the club. They're going to look at it as a football match and not be a fucking supporter. I look at us on the pitch. We're a shambles. We're going nowhere. Like we look like a team that I could go over Ackley Marshes and find 11 lads who could do it better than what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I look at the owner. and the owner's the biggest problem of all, because he had a choice to make after the Leicester game. Right, you either sack him or back him. He's backed him. We've gone unbeaten in 4, and then we've just been served up that. Basically, what West Ham are a top 12 side. We will beat the teams below us.
That's kind,
then-
mate.
Yeah, but that's what we are. That's what we are. Also, I want to shout out to Ludo McCloskey and all. Of what we found out today about him having cancer, and he's been having treatment, and he's decided to sort of stop the treatment. What a man! I met him a year ago over Dagenham and Redbridge. He came over for a game, and I met him, and he was an absolute gentleman. He's one of my heroes growing up. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, listen, I don't know what to say to the man, really. Like, do you know what I mean? With cancer, it affects everyone, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It gets you in the end. Tone, anything you want to add on, mate, to what's been said?
I think the main thing is where we go from here. Like, you know, as Harry Peacock in my chat was said, like, I think it was Matt, one of the two. You know the old saying, mate, out of the fire into the frying pan.
Yeah.
Man City next. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna, you know. But the problem is, you know, the old saying, you can't get any worse than what it is. You know, we can't really exactly go backwards. But unfortunately, with us, it's West Ham. We can go beyond that.
Yeah.
On and off the pitch. Total nosedive.
And this is the problem. It'd be interesting to see what this board's going to do now. I think that's the key element now. What are they going to do? We know what the answer's probably going to be. But will they have the balls to realise that this is not working and we have to do something about it? You know, they've got to realise that what they're doing. I mean, look what I've got behind me. Look at that stadium behind me, what we used to have. And you had a board then actually had a bit of care and pride about what they used to do. Yeah. This lot now at the moment, I mean, it's great to see the cameras pan round to watch them. You've got him moaning and groaning. The other kid's kind of rolling his eyes up about it. Goes to Brady. She's there stone-faced. They don't give a toss.
The reason why they don't give a toss, and I'm going to tell you the exact reason why, is because they've got what they wanted out of West Ham. And when I say that, they've turned us into a franchise. So basically now they don't need fans. They don't need supporters, sorry. Yeah, all they need is football fans. And that is what fucking hurts me more than anything.
Not even football fans, mate.
No. It just day trippers. Like,
don't forget, Birmingham City warned us what we was going to be getting.
And the thing is with that is that when you look at what they've done over the last 15 years, they can't pick a striker for love or money. We're still in the same fucking training ground. Yeah. That we've had for fucking years. Tell a lie, we've moved to Forge United. Anyone that doesn't know Rush Green, like I do, because I'm from around that area, it is like a semi-professional fucking pitch, and it's Portaloos. It's just a fucking. I've seen better places over goals. Do you know what I'm saying? Than there, right? And that's
Forge United weren't a bad team, though, James. That's the difference. They were a decent team.
They was all right back in the day.
We should have signed Jeff Woods because he would have got us goals, mate. I mean, that bloke, fucking hell.
Yeah, I know. But at the end of the day, when you look at what they've really done, they haven't done a lot other than just fucking sit there and just take. The issue is now, it's what Tony just said, and I'm going to hand it over to Lucas for his final say, is where do we go from here? Because we've held 5 tonight. We've got City away next. That's another defeat, and then we've got Villa in the cup.
Mate, like you said, Leicester was key, and I mentioned it before. This ownership, the only plans they have are to line their own pockets.
Great.
And they have ideas for on the pitch. They got plans to make money for themselves, ideas for on the pitch, and those ideas are fucking rotten, in my opinion. If they had any sort of plan or idea, they would have thought, you know what? If we don't get rid of him now, this January that's coming up is going to be a tough one, which I've mentioned a million times now. And if you got rid of him at Leicester, you give him those 2-3 matches to bounce back a bit, which, to be fair, we didn't lose, but we look shit. But now, mate, it doesn't matter if we sack him now. The January coming up is absolutely grueling. It's terrible. It's disgusting. No manager, in my opinion, on earth could come in and turn that around with what we have to play, who we have to face.
I don't even know what we're trying to do.
That just goes back to they don't plan for on the pitch. They have ideas. The only planning they do is to line their own pockets for the next generations of their family, which, you know what, if that's all they want to do, fair play to them, but they have to know that messing with people's lives like this is just it's torture. It's not very nice, is it?
Yeah. Tyrone, any final words from you, mate?
New manager bounce against City?
you never know. You never know. I think the only kind of positive thing I could say to all the people in the chat and to yourselves as well is basically have a happy new year, and let's hope 2025 brings us something at least, because at the moment you can't really say much about our club, and that's unfortunately where it's left us.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I was just reading that.
Yeah.
I agree,
Dagenham
Tom.
goals is truly better than Rush Green.
Go to Dagenham goals, mate. 100%. Yeah, you have a good kick about there. I agree with West Ham 58. Spot on, Jones, about Rush Green. I live a stone throw from the training ground. I literally live 10 minutes away from there, mate, and I literally go past it on the bus. I've seen better facilities at the YMCA down the road, which is true. There is a YMCA down the road going towards Romford, but all I can say, I agree with you, Tone. Right, have a good new year. That's the first thing, good health and all that.
Same.
I'm just tired. If you want me to be honest, I'm just tired of this now, because it's one step forward, two steps back. I think last year was toxic enough with the manager. This is becoming even worse. And I think we're in a situation with an owner who's just fucking content. He's just content and doing what he wants to do. Liverpool were very good today. I'll give them credit. We're shit. Some of these players are not fit to wear the shirt. Well, I think we need to talk about these players before we wrap this up. Like Paqueta, shit. Carlos Soler is nowhere near. I'll be paying £27 million for this man.
But them two players there, mate, I think they have bets on each other and that who can roll on the ground the most, because they both went down like a spad to the pair of them.
God forbid if Kudus was playing in the midfield today as an 8. Jesus Christ, what would have happened there?
Yeah, I thought Mo was excellent today. I thought he tried his hardest, and I thought basically the tactics was wrong. It was just wrong from the start.
I thought Bowen and Kudus really put in a good effort today. They done as much as they could, but everyone else. I mean, again, I don't have enough energy to go in depth about that midfield, our strongest midfield. Even it's a landmine. It's like we're walking in the deserts of Iraq. There's just landmines everywhere waiting to blow up. And the defense, and again, Lopetegui does deserve criticism because he is a head coach and he is supposed to be able to implement players that are given to him. He's not a manager, for us at least. Yeah. But it is very hard for me sometimes to criticize the defense because the tactics in which he employs are just a borderline disgrace. In my opinion, but the defense today, absolute joke in my opinion.
Look, can I ask both of you, what the fuck was that about today with Emerson and Wan-Bissaka?
Your guess is as good as mine, mate. I'm not a tactician, nor do I.
Tell you what,
nor do I walk around or boast like I know everything about football. I'm a supporter and I'm a fan of the game. I'm not going to walk around like I'm a tactico, but it doesn't take one to know that what we've seen today is disgraceful and embarrassing and downright not right.
Whoever picked that on any YT channel or any media outlet, fucking shout out to you, mate. I never saw that one fucking coming. I know that was mate. Fucking hell. Let's get this man in. I ain't seen him for ages. It's Ginger Andy Carroll. What you saying, son?
Oh, mate, too much.
Go ahead.
I was at the Southampton game on Boxing Day, and that was a fucking shambles. For a team that's fighting relegation, probably going to get relegated. Everyone else turns up there, puts the press on. We give them so much time. We give them so much space. We could have lost that 4-5-6-0. Let's be real. Southampton out fucking played us.
Yeah.
We haven't. People keep saying to me, and I can't see it. We're getting better and better. Our performances are improving. Are you fucking mad? Are you watching the same shit I'm watching? Because we're not. Let's be real. We've got an influx of players and a new manager. Granted, it may take time, but this geezer's out of his depth. People keep saying, look at the clubs he's managed. He's managed Spain. He's Real Madrid. Real Madrid was like 20 21 days or 21 games.
20
so that
minutes.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
Spain, like me and you can fucking run Spain. Do you know what I mean? With the squad they've got, it's self-run. Teams like that are self-run. You can't give this man any fucking anything for the shit he's got.
Delusion.
Like,
man.
yeah,
That's all it
mate,
is.
don't get me started because this prick has to go. Sullivan, a little midget dildo brother, he's got to go. Karen Brady, the little slut's got to go. Fuck off and go and shag Alan Sugar again. Do you know what I mean? Like, suck him off like you always do. Like the club, it starts from the top, James. Yeah, it starts from the top.
I agree. I'm just letting you fucking land, bro.
Oh, mate.
I'm letting you go. Go on.
I'm trying to hold
Keep
back
letting
as
you
well.
go.
I don't want to get you cancelled or anything.
Nah, fuck it. Mate,
Good
I'm probably most hated West Ham channel on fucking YouTube. Fuck it. Carry on.
Mate,
Do you know what I mean?
it's very rare for me to get like, I'm watching a game, I'm punching my screen and everything. My missus is saying to me, like, you're going to break it. I was like, I don't give a fuck. West Ham has broke me. That's the level I've got
other
to.
screens are available.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Thank fuck for Amazon.
Yeah. Thank fuck for curries. You know what I mean?
It's bad, mate. It's bad. Just sitting there watching it. I've got my mates telling me, you coming down the pub to watch it. I was like, what, to lose 4+0? I'm like, no thanks. Do you know what I mean? Just to get the piss taken out of me. No, I'm all right, thanks.
The thing is, right, I understand it. I understand it, right, because what it is, in one way, people, when they wanted Moyes to go, they believed in something. They believed that Steidon was going to pick the manager and all that. And I was saying it on here for ages. I was saying, listen, it ain't going to happen, mate. I was telling the boys, I was telling all the boys, Lucas at Patch this, I was saying it ain't going to happen because Sullivan runs the show there, right? And anyone who sort of follows what the owner does over the last 14 years, he always picks who he fucking wants. Like,
Of course.
he done it in Avram Grant's season, where he had a choice to make there, and he decided to fuck off the fans and say, nope, I ain't getting rid of Avram Grant, and we could have had Martin O'Neill. And he didn't bother.
And we got relegated.
And we got relegated that season. Yeah. So I'm not being funny. If you know your history, and you know this owner, you know for well he does what he fucking wants. He doesn't listen to no one else, right? He looked at it that the season ticket prices weren't good last year. We've got to get rid of Moyes. He gets rid of fucking Moyes. People come back, but then he goes, right, I've got rid of Moyes for you, but I'm going to serve you up Julian Lopetegui. And when the fan base look at it and go, fuck me, that ain't what they wanted.
It's a Spanish
I understand
Moyes.
it. Yeah, but the problem is with that is that we was told by a lot of people anyone is better than Moyes. Yeah, I hope them people who said that realise that there's also worse people than Moyes. Yeah, a fucking lot worse people than Moyes, and Julian Lopetegui is one of them.
Yeah.
He's a manager that is out of his depth. He's in a side that he can't get a tune out of all these good players: Bowen, Kudus, Paqueta, Alvarez, Emerson, Tadibo. Like, I'm not being funny. Tadibo, right? Fucking like Tadibo is one of the most highly rated footballers in Europe. Yeah, and he's on the bench for, I'm going to say it, Mavropanos, who's fucking shit. Like,
He's
don't
awful.
get me started on him. Yeah, because he's fucking absolutely shite. And you know, it gets tiring, Ginge. You want me to be real? It starts getting tiring, right? Especially when you do this YouTube game over and over again, right? It gets tiring. And Tony back to this, right? We're saying the same thing over and over again, yeah, and it gets tiring. Well, obviously on today, we just got done by a world class side because they are a world class out. Right, they're a world class team, right? But there's losing games and there's ways of losing, and the way we've lost this year has been borderline fucking criminal offence, really.
2024, there's been untold amount of games where we've lost 4+ goals.
Yeah.
You lose. I heard you say earlier, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. We've lost to Villa. We've lost to Spurs. It's too many times. Too many times it's happening, and it's not the fact that we're losing 4-5-0 or 4-5-1. It's the manner in our performance that we're losing in. Now, don't get me wrong, but I think Lucas said it near the start of your show. Like, Liverpool could have gone and scored 9-10 if they really wanted to. They took the foot off the gas. I think teams feel sorry for us because Arsenal, when they were like 4-5-0 at half time, they could have gone on and won 9-0. And then every team just wants to take the foot off the gas. It's like everyone feels sorry for us. And it's the fucking decision making that does my head in. It's the slow passing. You want to get back into the game. You're losing 1-0 or 2-1 or 2-0. You're still in with like one goal and you're still in the game. And we know that we've got one bit of brilliance in us to go and score, and then we're right back in the game. You go and slow the game down. It's like pass, stop the ball. Let's go back. Mavropanos is the fucking worst. Don't get me started on him, because on Boxing Day at Southampton, all he ever wanted to do, go back to fucking Fabianski. And then when Areola come in, well, I'll go back there. Let's play safe. Like, grow some fucking bollocks. If you haven't got no confidence, you've got to build your confidence yourself. You don't fucking collect it like you're in Mario by getting fucking one-up mushrooms and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to make your own confidence. If the manager can't do it for you, then that says a fucking lot. Yeah, because he can't, like you said, he can't get a tune out of them. And if he can't fucking build up a player for a big game in the Premier League where you're getting 50, 60, 70 grand a week, 100 grand plus, a lot of them, then what does that tell you from a player's point of view? Now, don't get me wrong. A manager can only set up so much. The player, as soon as they go over that white line, it's down to them. The manager can't play the game for them. But it's fucking basic stuff, James. I've played at an half-decent level, and I've got it coached into me. Simple. Fucking go back to basics. If you can't deal with what your manager is trying to serve you up to, or you don't get or buy into his philosophy, play your own way. Play for pride for yourselves. If Noble was still there, he would get the fucking team in. Like, listen, boys, this ain't fucking working. Let's play our way. Let's play the way that we know how to play. Let's play for pride. Yeah, every single fucking one of us are good enough to play for this club. Let's fucking go and prove it. But at the moment, none of them are. Apart from Kudos today, he
tried. Second half, though, he was pony in the second half. But you're right what you're saying. At the end of the day, you're taught as a kid. You either kick it out, rose it, or you knock it in the channels. End of.
Yeah. But it's like
fact, we try to play it out from the back. We're not clever. We're not clever enough.
We're too. I'll tell you what it is. We're too slow with it. That's what it is, right? And we take too many touches. These teams, if you watch these good teams who do it, they play one touch. It's all one touch, like one pass out, one pass there.
Mate, this style of play is if like Pellegrini and Mark Warburton had a sick love child.
It's Mark. I'll tell you what. Shout out to West Ham Online. Yeah, because he turned around and said this. Like the Mark Warburton effect is coming. Yeah, that's what happened 2 years ago with Moyes. Yeah, when he tried to change the style of play. Yeah, the difference is Lopetegui ain't got no plan fucking B, and that's where the problem is. Ginge, I'm gonna have to let you go, mate, because I'm gonna have to let him move. But any final words from you, mate?
Well, things can only get better, surely. But it's West Ham, so I mean, we've got to do something now. Something big's got to happen now. You've either got to sack the manager and make a stand and get someone in that's half decent. But who's going to want to come to this Poison Challenge club? Who's going to want to see little old West Ham that have got potential, but have got no fucking ambition?
One man.
That's it. But, it's just fucking. We need something. Like, now, do we go and get a whole new load of players, 4 or 5 players, a few loans and that? We've just bought 9 players. We still can't do it with them.
Yeah, I know.
So we've just got a new manager. He can't do it. What else next? We need to get new players, new manager, and a new board ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, completely agree, mate. Ginge, take care of yourself.
Thank you, mate.
All the best to Ginge. Tony, final words from you, mate.
No, I mean the main thing is, mate, it's how we set ourselves up for the next game, because that's what we've got to do now. We can't. This is done. We've got to move on. We've got to crack on, and it's how they set themselves up for City. I mean, City obviously now they're going to be in a high. Got a clean sheet, 2 goals. They're going to be happy with that. They're looking for the next one there, and of course it comes down to us. But the old days, we were with that rolling red carpet under our arms, and basically we're going to just show them, there you go, there's the goal score. Yeah. So we've got to tighten up shop and basically try and contain Haaland and or the plethora of wealthy players that they've got. Us, we've got to fix up, and this manager's got to fix up. But more importantly, it comes from the top first of all, as Ginger just said there. We can't do that, then we are in for a very long, hard season, and it looks bleak.
Yeah, I completely agree. Go and follow Tone's channel, Early Doors Football TV. Go and subscribe to his channel. I'll put the link in after this video's done. Tone, take care of yourself, mate.
Thank you, mate. Much appreciated.
And you all, Lucas. Yeah.
All the best to you, mate. Brother, final word with you, mate.
I mean, yeah, I said everything I need to say. Even though we all saw this coming, it still hurts.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to. None of us want to see that and get slapped up like that. It really is embarrassing. Like, don't get me wrong. I live across the pond. I don't know that many footy supporters and all that, but like, I still feel embarrassed to walk out of the house after that, if I'm being honest. So that tells you enough, in my opinion, about me. But as I always say, these guys are professionals. They're paid to play for this wonderful club, no matter how shit it is right now. They need to wipe themselves off, and they're gonna have to go again on Saturday. I will be there, and I can't say I'm excited for the match itself. I'm just excited to be with mates and some other people, and hopefully there's a pleasant surprise waiting for me in Manchester on Saturday.
It won't be at the Etihad. I will say that. My final thought is this: we are shit, and it's official. West Ham have gone back to being the West Ham before COVID. It really upsets me. It really does, because like, when I look at the times and the glory that we've had over the last few years, qualifying for Europe, Thursday, Sundays, and winning a trophy, I wanted West Ham to build on that. I really did. And Sullivan has fucked us. He's fucked us up. He's turned West Ham into a franchise that I've always knew that was coming. And West Ham London and all this bollocks that he's trying to do. Yeah, it's all for the pound note. At the end of the day, when that man fucks off, the better it will be for everyone. Tonight's performance is a 5-0 drumming. And this is what I said the other day on Boxing Day, is I'm not going to get pissed off when we win a game, because I know what's coming when we play against good sides, yeah? And tonight, like Lucas said the other day, it was 72 hours, it was 48 hours, it was 12 hours until we play this game, yeah? At the end of the day, we all love this club, whether you like me or not. But one thing I will say is this: if you want change, yeah, you've got to get this owner out the fucking door.
If you want change, as a wise man once said, if you want change, be the change.
Yeah, you've got to push this owner to doing what we want rather than what he wants. What he wanted was a mediocre manager on a 2-year plan to sort of gamble. Yeah, that's not how we work. Do you know what I'm saying? West Ham had already reached that sort of top 10 bracket. We need to maintain that. At present, I'm not proud to be a West Ham fan at the minute, and that's. I feel like I've gone back to the Pellegrini era. And I shouldn't be going back to that era. I really shouldn't. But it is what it is. We roll on. We're supporters of this club, and we go to Manchester City next in a game where I expect to get piped also. Do you know what I'm saying?
And for me, just my last thought with all that is, again, I totally agree with what people are saying on how, like, we can't bring banners in, this, that, and the third. Like, I totally get that. Like, because it's the same. It's almost the same over here with other sports teams, franchises, clubs, whatever. But we've got to come together and have ideas, have a plan, because that's not happening. You can say anything you want. You can cause a ruckus. You can hoorah all day, but until there's a idea or plan that's mapped out, like, it's all just words and it means nothing. Like, there's got to be action involved. And again, I feel like I'm with everyone when I say this, that we want to see him gone, and the only way to get this owner gone, we all got to come together, come up with a plan and execute it. And I think we can all figure out and agree what the best way to do it is. But again, that comes with a sacrifice, and some people are not willing to sacrifice not going to games, not renewing their season ticket, not bringing in a banner because they could get banned and their season ticket withdrawn. Like, that's, unless there are some other ideas and plans, that's the only way to get them going.
The season ticket thing ain't gonna work, mate.
Exactly. No, I get that.
And I'll tell you the reason why: because you don't need the hardcore no more.
Yeah, because like I said to you, and like you've echoed, they their plan has already worked. It's successful. Like it's happened. But again, big change, and you want it thick and fast. That's the only way that's going to happen. And I totally understand if people don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah,
I totally get it. But for the people that moan and all that, who do go to games, who do have season tickets, blah, 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 like, in my opinion, that is the only way for it to happen thick and fast. And again, I'm on both sides of the coin. I totally get it if you don't want to do that. And I totally am with you if you do want to do that. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
Snap. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV if you want to. If you don't want to, I still love you. And I will wish you a happy new year if you don't want to subscribe to this channel. It's been a long year. I'm going to say that. It's been a fucking toxic year. It's been highs, it's been lows. I will be doing a sort of end of year review in the next few days. Just to say this, is go and enjoy your night. This is West Ham United. We're fucking shit. Yeah, and we can shout, we can holler, but the only thing we've got to do is get rid of that fucking owner. Yeah, that's the one thing that we have got to get rid of. Because the sooner we get rid of him, honestly, mark my words, we will be a fucking amazing.
And I would like to echo, I hope everyone has a happy new year. Hope blessings, lots of blessings comes everyone's way. Good health, fortune. It's always hiding somewhere, and hopefully it will be on your doorstep in the new year. So, and thank you for everyone who supports the channel, comes and talks to us about this shit week in, week out. It's nice. It's nice to be able to vent to people. Because without everyone here in the chat and all that, we'd just be two mates venting into the void of the internet. So thank you all.
Well, yeah, indeed. Right, that's enough from us. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again in the next one.